eyes are on Jamar Chase. He's been torching secondaries all season, now closing in on 1,200 yards. It's the Cardinals and the Lions coming up next.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Arizona Cardinals. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Cardinals in this matchup. Well, they're pacing the NFL in passing yardage this season, but a tough test awaits them to stay in that top spot as they face one of the league's best secondaries.
And partner, with how they've played this season, both sides are awfully confident they'll be able to put up big-time numbers. I think this is going to be a very entertaining game just because of that. So let's say it together.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally, kept the ball clean, and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. They'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now it's Fields. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
Ready, break! 7 Pirates! Red Lion! Hurt! Chubby Ranger! Ready?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Jamar Chase. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Cardinals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stump it. And we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Back to throw. Fields. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Tackle made by Chase Young. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Fields. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. One play action. Fields. He's got this, complete to Williams. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 44-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. To throw is Fields. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Here's Fields. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jamison Williams, 38 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by York is up and good. And we are tied at 7. 7-7, our score after 1. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that line.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. 29 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your turkey bowl games, isn't it? Just go along, I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Fields. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things.
He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw going into the hands of Williams.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Fields now to throw.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
To throw again on second down. Fields looking for his running back, and he's got it. On the move past the 40, down the right sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
Fields on first down. Trying to improvise. And he'll just get rid of it. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. To the air again, Fields.
And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Here's Fields.
Just keeping the play alive. Well, he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Brian Robinson Jr., his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
The extra point by York is up and good.
And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
From the 6. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Check contact, check contact. Rig. Warriors 70.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. With touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Cardinals will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Lions now taking over late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete.
Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field.
Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Fields. Right back to Pitts again.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
On 1st down, Fields.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
2nd and 2. From the gun, here's Fields.
Forced out to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
3rd and 2, Fields. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 20-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen, it's complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
York able to send this one through.
And that'll bring them back within 4.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. Man, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now a play fake here on first down.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Jamar Chase.
His second TD of the game and 16th on the season.
And the Cards take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The 40. 20. 10. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Lions. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the...
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Now a first down throw, Fields. Eluding the pressure right. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Fields. This is caught by Williams. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. On first down, it's Fields. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Play action. It's Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. From 6 yards away. And the Lions have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Cardinal offense coming back out. Let's give you a look at the playoff race now. This is end of the weekend in the NFC. And what they do know is that they'll be playing at home come January, at least for one game, as they have locked up the NFC West.
And everyone wants that top spot, partner. We know that because that guarantees you home field advantage throughout the playoffs. But whether or not that's in the cards or not, you have to be impressed with how this team has played.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And give him a gain of 37.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback. And he hits a big one right there.
Check pass. Check pass.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Check contact. Check contact.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. There goes a deep ball, end zone. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. 35 yards. And the Cardinals answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. They drive there and they span out 3 plays. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Fields on first down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Well, this secondary just continues to be a force. Multiple interceptions in this game, and now the pick 6.
And the thing about it is once you get an interception as a unit, you think to yourself, okay, we got that. How do we increase it the next time? Get the interception, do a little more damage, but there's your outcome right there. Take it to the house and break down what they're trying to do offensively.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Pick 6 last drive. Here's Fields again. He's going to air one out. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
2nd and 10, Fields again. He's got this to Williams, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. Now it's Fields. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. Throwing again is Fields. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
goes on field. And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Right hash, 37-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through.
And this is back down to a 7-point game. Well, that's one part of the equation. Puts them back within one score, but I'd be surprised if we don't see an onside kick coming up.
Yeah, I think you're probably right, partner. They've still got the 2 timeouts. But without that third one, they can bleed a lot more clock on you. So how confident are you that the defense can hold them deep? I think you're exactly right. I'd line up and play for the onside kick here.
And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
Trying to lay one up deep. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown. A big play there. 50 yards.
And the Cardinals extend their fourth-quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Extra point by Carlson, up and go. And the lead now up to 14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now the Lions down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. They're going to need a Christmas miracle to pull this one out as they've got it 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
And this one is incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Fields. That's caught by Pitts.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
On 1st down, Fields.
Steps away to his...
Fields hit and the ball is loose.
But I believe the Lion was there to recover it. Yes, they will indeed keep possession. Throwing on 2nd and long.
Fields. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. From the 50, here's Fields.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 37.
To the air again, Fields.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Fields.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Fields now to throw.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
On play action, Fields.
Looking for the end zone. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however.
The York on now for the extra point.
And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. And the Cardinals have got it. So that should just about put an end to this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat.